Well, hello YouTube, it's me, Fortmaster, and welcome back to another Black Pants Legion reaction, and this is the AWS-8Q Awesome and Variants. So, if you've seen my other, Black Pants Legion and Text Talks reactions, you may have realized that I've gone a little out of order on them. Specifically, I watched the videos about the American Civil War and the fall of the Star League? Yeah, Star League, as well as, just the general overview of the universe as well. So I thought, hey, I want to actually, finish watching all these videos at some point. Why don't we see what the playlist looks like? And, oh yeah, look at that. Most of the videos in the playlist are not, hour-long behemoths. But yeah, I thought that if I'm going to continue doing reactions to these stuff and learn more about this universe, because, I want to do that, I should probably start near the beginning of the playlist. And here we have just a quick little 6.5-minute video about the awesome, as it's called. So yeah, might as well stop blabbing and actually start watching the video then. So yeah, of course, as always, original video is linked in the description if you haven't seen it for some reason. Corner video will lead to my Let's Play of the day, and yeah, with all that out of the way, let's get this thing started then, shall we? Oh, jeez. I swear, I've said before that, realistically, mechs would not make very good, war machines. I mean, it's, the weight, feet, soft ground and all that. But I have to say, something about, Battleteck and the way that their machines are designed. There's just something about them that they're so stupid, but they're also so awesome looking. Like, you have this giant monstrosity here. And it has, giant cannons on the end of each arm. It has 4 of these little, what I would assume are, laser cannons, sticking straight out of its chest. Then you have a missile rack on one shoulder, and I don't know, is that one of those optical, anti-air lasers that they've experimented with some kind on the other? And then there's, a gun on the side of the cockpit? I mean, this thing's a walking arsenal. I said before that I've never really liked the whole thing with, Gundams where, they're, basically bipedal mechs that hold weapons. I very much like the style more where, the weapons are built into the mech. And now, of course, granted, I know that's not for everybody, but still, this is my favorite style right here.
Hi there, folks. Text of the Black Pants Legion here. This is a new idea I'm trying.
A new one, you
talk about one of the universes I truly love, Battleteck. Having grown up with Battletech and been a mech nerd for such a long time, I figured this series is, well, overdue, and also might prove interesting, at least to a few, where I can talk lore, see bills, and glory in the Battletech universe.
Oh, God. You gotta love going back and seeing, the first episodes of, these really popular series on YouTube. Because oftentimes, the person is going, I was like, oh, this is an idea I wanted to try out. Tell me what you guys think, yada, yada, yada. It's they have no idea how popular it's going to get. Even this video, when did it come out? 2018. It has 500,000 views. But I know that, some of these other ones get, a lot of views on them. So, I mean, oh God, this is, again, it's just the whole thing. It's just so adorable. I love it. Oh, and just that, it's watching the YouTuber going oh, you sweet summer child, you don't know what this is going to do. Oh, it's right there.
So to start this series off, let's begin appropriately with my favorite mech, the Awesome. Specifically, the AWS-8Q Awesome. The Awesome was first designed...
Is that its actual name, or is that just a nickname?
...by Technicron Manufacturing in Merrick Space. That'd be the Free Worlds League for the rest of you. Or those weird Austro-Hungarian space nobility guys, for the few who identify with that. Starting production in 2665, the Awesome was intended originally to replace the Striker, which is one of those classic Star League-era assault mechs that had been around for a while and has long since faded into obscurity, in no small part thanks to the Secession Wars.
Okay, yeah.
Hell, by the loss of their Stormvanger lines in the mid-2800s, there were fewer than 300 Strikers in the entire inner sphere.
Okay, I gotta wonder. So this was built to replace a League era weapon, which, from what I have understood, are potentially more advanced than what is considered modern day. So I have to wonder, like, how would a one-on-one fight go with these? Like, is the Striker just basically superior in most instances, or were they actually able to make something better afterwards?
But the Awesome did more than replace the Striker. It became legend. The
Really?
Awesome is such a feared battle mech. A common saying in the inner sphere is the only defense against an Awesome is another Awesome. Then again, that may be a corporate tagline to sell Awesomes, which they did to virtually everyone.
Again, I gotta love the whole thing of that. I don't know, like, in how many different settings I've always heard of, like, oh, the only defense against X is to have another X on your side. I never thought of that tagline being literal corporate propaganda to sell more of whatever the X was. Oh, I would love that if that would turn out to be true. Oh, that would be so funny.
So why so popular? The list of features is incredibly pleasing to every mercenary lord and inner sphere successor state alike. Concentrating principally on an energy-based weapons platform with 28 heat sinks to keep things relatively cool, the Awesome can maul anything that walks and be the last mech standing every time. None of the technical stuff. As I said, the Awesome, or at least the principal model of the AWS-8Q, is an energy-based weapons system. The AWS-8Q has 3 PPCs and a small laser. In addition...
Oh, okay, so, PPC, what's a PPC stand for? Particle Projection Cannon. Is a unique, hard-hitting... unlike lasers, they fire duration... Oh, okay. So there's 3 of those, and I was wondering about the whole, like, chest cannon thing. So, obviously, there's one in the arm, and then there's the 2 in the chest. It has the one little kind of gun near the turret. And then what's Battle Fist? Oh, of course it has a fist. Okay.
It has a battle fist at the end of its left arm, meaning it is quite capable of pummeling an enemy even if everything else is broken, which is unlikely, given the sheer amount of goddamn armor on it.
Wait, what was that? I was just looking at this thing can move. So it weighs 80 tons, and yet it can move at over 50 kilometers an hour. I mean, granted, I know there are some tanks that can move that fast, but, they're on tracks. Like, I'm just imagining seeing this giant thing running. I'm just imagining, like, the trail of giant footsteps left in its wake. Oh, God.
An Awesome is an impressively armored mech, carrying 15 tons of armor, which makes it one of the most heavily armed 80-ton assault mechs in the universe. In fact, it has some of the heaviest rear armor of any known battle mech, even by later era standards, meaning that often enough, it will, as I've said, be the last mech standing in any engagement. It's kept cool with 28 single heat sinks, and the Pitband 240 standard engine helps it lumber around at a reasonable assault mech speed of 54 kph. Should be noted that the Garrett T-19G communication system is the same used by the ancient and venerable ANH-2A Annihilator, A mech that would shock the Inner Sphere when introduced, or rather reintroduced, by the Wolves Dragoons in 3009.
Oh, the Dragoons. What? Yeah, so wait, I'm guessing, what is this? Wait, is that a cockpit, or is that like a weird scorpion tail laser thing? Because again, laser, I'm guessing there's one on either side of the nose body here. Oh god, I hope he does a video on that. I want to learn about this too!
There are many interesting variants of the Awesome, some of which serve as useful LRM platforms, where others incorporate lost tech in the form of XL engines or ERPPCs or even double heat sinks.
Oh god, that one in the middle has like 7 of them. It has 5 of them in the chest. Oh my god. This one, are those more like PPCs, or are those missiles? And then, oh god, there's so much. Oh god.
Manufactured and sold through 3 consortiums over its history: Technicron, Irian Battlemechs Unlimited, and Lycombe Davion Introtech, the Awesome is a readily available and surprisingly affordable mech for any mercenary unit or house guard. Comparatively, the AWS-8Q costs a modest 6.5 million C-bills, whereas a similar 80-ton mech like the Victor and Thug are well over 8 million.
Oh really? Is that all? Oh gee, wow, okay. The Victor or Thug? I mean, who was in charge of naming that? Plus also, it has guns and hands. Ooh, fancy.
Now I know what some of you are thinking, and by some of you I mean clanner scum. Yes, you can field a 75-ton Mad Cat, or as you call it, a Timberwolf, which is a more versatile weapon system by far than an Awesome. Until you look at the cost. 75 tons of Mad Cat is 24 million C-bills. Oh, but Tech's I play tabletop, and I don't use C-bills. I go by battle value, you say.
Okay. That's what BV stands for.
A Mad Cat ranges between 2252 battle value points and 2737 battle value points. An Awesome ranges between 1358 and 1605. I rest my case.
Jeez, yeah, that is... Yeah, there is certainly quite the price difference between those. So you could... I mean, if you were going by C-bills here... You gotta get the calculator out to do some basic math. 24 divided by 6.5. Yeah, so you could easily field 3 of these, 3 Awesomes for 1 Mad Cat, and with some change for something else. So yeah, even if this one is more advanced, yeah, I mean, numbers... So, I mean, as Stalin once said, quantity does have a quality all of its own.
That is, unless you play tonnage versus tonnage, in which case, shame on you.
Tonnage versus tonnage?
Anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and if you have anything else you want me to cover in one of these
right, this video is like 6.5 minutes long, I forgot.
Let me know. Or
don't sue Tex. Tex has no C-bills. Oh god, that was, oh god, I'm gonna have so much fun learning more about this universe. And again, I'm going to be looking a lot forward. And again, I'm going to be looking forward to seeing a lot more of these videos where they're like under half an hour long. Because granted, I mean, you can't go that deep if you want to cover a big topic in such a length. But at the same time, it's a lot easier to watch. And at the end of the day, I mean, the only thing, granted, I loved watching, you know, the stuff about the Civil War and stuff like that. But there were times where I was having to I was having to force myself to watch it just because it was like so long. It's like, okay, pause, give myself a break, do something else, then come back and actually keep watching this, because I don't want to get distracted by something else and then lose the plot on the video. But oh god, yeah, that was super fun. I'm going to be so happy to learn more about this stuff. So yeah, that'll be it for now. So of course, as always, original videos linked in the description if you haven't seen it for some reason. Corner video will link to my Let's Play of the day. And I hope you guys liked. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you have not. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.